This Indian Enfield 500 Bullet actually used to be my own bike, but I sold it to someone who inquired as to whether I would sell it and how much I might want for it, and surprisingly to me, he bought it and left me without an Indian Enfield 500. But since he bought it, it had already sort of had an aluminium cylinder barrel fitted and I believe a Hitchcock cylinder head before I owned it, so it was tuned to a degree, and I do remember that it was capable of easily reaching 80 miles an hour. But I sold it, and I was talking to the guy about the Asbo bullets and he liked the sound of that, and the time came when he brought it to me to fully strip the engine and go right through it and give it the Asbo treatment, lighten the crank and bump the compression ratio up and port the head a little bit more and so on. So I did all that, and he's been very happy with it as far as I know. But he's brought it back. We were discussing doing this at some stage, and we seem to have come to that stage where the 4-speed gearbox, obviously they have quite a jump from 3rd to 4th, so he's bought the bits to enable me to do the job, and we're going to be opening up the gearbox and changing the 2 gears that we have in this bag here, and that is the close ratio conversion for the 4-speed gearbox. Let's take them out. There we are. So those 2 there are what I'm going to be opening up the gearbox to change. I might be able to do it just by removing the outer and inner gearbox covers. If the gears come off fairly easily off their shafts, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, they're all well and good. If there's a bit of a problem, I'll have to take the main shaft out possibly, which will mean taking the clutch off. But I've got to work on the clutch anyway because he's got new friction plates and springs in there, so let's get it on the bike lift and see what we can do with it, and I'll film any bits that may be of interest as we go along through the job.